Welcome back to our preview of Tuesday, primary day here in Massachusetts. And we're talking with Katie Lannan of GBH News and Matt Murphy of the State House News Service. So, Katie, poll after poll has confirmed it all year long. Really, for the last several years, the Massachusetts Republican electorate is completely dominated by its pro-Trump wing. At one point, I think one poll showed 90% of Republicans preferred a nominee for governor who supported former President Trump. And in this case, that's Jeff Deal. Chris Doty was here last week, said he doesn't want Trump to run for president again. Is there any reason to think that, first of all, enough independents might come into the Republican primary to give Doty a shot, or that somehow Republican voters will retreat from this stance they've held?
I mean, I know better than to make a guess about how an election's going to turn out. We'll have to see which way voters ultimately break. But you're right that Jeff Deal has been really kind of leaning into the Trump messaging. He's got a phone call planned for Monday with the former president. And Chris Doty is going the opposite direction. He's trying to pitch himself as someone who will be electable in the general, who can pull those moderate voters away from the Democratic ticket, the presumptive Maura Healey ticket. And he's got an ad with Chris Sununu, the New Hampshire governor, to that effect, making that same case. Whether that message takes hold is really the question, if that's what the voters in the Republican primary are looking for.
You know, once upon a time, that was the way the Massachusetts Republican Party skewed. More moderate, you know, not very sort of distinct from national Republican trends, but that seems to have all washed away, Matt.
Yeah, and you hit on the big question mark, I think, going into Tuesday, which is how many of those independents decide to participate in the Republican primary. For Doty to have a chance, he needs to draw in a lot of those independents, maybe even you know, the ones who would typically vote Democrat, to maybe thwart that the Trumpian message that's coming from the Republican Party. If a lot of them participate, maybe he can close the gap with Deal. But working against him is definitely the fact that there aren't many other contested races on that Republican ballot on Tuesday. Aside from Maura Healey, who's kind of cruising into the nomination, you have contested races for AG, auditor, lieutenant governor on the Democratic side, which may be an allure for independent voters looking to make an impact with their ballot.
Yeah. Matt, Katie, thank you so much. We appreciate your insight. And thank you very much for joining us. And a reminder, Tuesday night, watch your vote count right here on WBZ. We'll be on with results and analysis all evening long, of course, on our website, cbsboston.com, and CBS News Boston, our streaming news service. At 10 o'clock, it's the news on Channel 38, and then at 11 o'clock on WBZ-TV, I'll be joining the entire WBZ News team to let you know what happened.